Hello, well, we're back. As you've seen from some of the earlier shots, both Stu and I are quite into building and fixing stuff. Is that fair to say?
Well, I am.
Okay, I have a different approach, but right. So we've got this whole vision around fixing stuff, and every episode will be fixing some major stuff. But it's also fair to say that our budget is quite tight. Right?
Pretty tight, yeah.
Pretty tight. So we're going to start with some basics, and I think today we're going to introduce a concept of how you get toast that's burnt or stuck out of a toaster. And there's a few different approaches, and I think fundamentally you and I have a different approach how to do this.
Yeah. So first of all, we're going to do it the correct way, and then we'll do it Steve's way.
Oh, it's not. It's different, right?
Oh, it's different. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's different.
All right. So let's go. Because we're on a limited budget, we've only got thin toast. So what we're using is 2 pieces of thin toast put together to make thick toast. So just put these into the toaster and turn it on.
All right. We're using 2 thin pieces of toast because my cheap-ass partner Stu doesn't buy thick pieces of toast. So we'll make do. The first starting point is just drop them in like this and push the on button.
So what we've got now is we've got the toast stuck in our toaster. It's burnt, it's about to catch on fire, and we've got to get it out. So the first thing we need to do is turn off the power. So turn off the power at the wall. Now the best thing to do here to avoid any accidents at all is actually take the power right out. Okay, so disconnect the power completely. This means we can now put anything in the toaster and no one's going to get hurt.
So now that we have the toast properly jammed in there and we'll say overcooked, it's how do we get it out there so we can have a little meal? I would encourage this approach, which I've used as a child and as a young adult and as a maturing adult.
As you can see, the toast is jammed within the toaster. There's a couple of ways of doing this. First way is to just get some kind of wooden instrument that you might have lying around.
And it simply is reach around the kitchen and look for some kind of utensil, a knife preferably, a metal knife.
We won't use this. So let's get a little teaspoon, preferably something that's not metal. Something like this. And with the power off and the plug disconnected, you can claw out the toast so that it pops up. So simple as that.
Now the next step is you got to get it wet. That's the key, right? A lot of people, they say don't put a knife in there, but they don't ever talk about a wet knife. See, the wet knife is when you put a wet knife in a toaster, it sticks, right? And that's key. That's what you really want. So I'm going to dig around here a little bit with the wet knife. Make sure it's on. Okay. Sometimes it doesn't work the first go, so you got to give it a go again. You got to relax and be patient. Maybe you need a little more water on the knife. All right. This works. Or option 2. Watch option 2. It still seems to be stuck. After all this, you have your toast.